Well, I made a bit of a bad-tempered, ranty sort of video because I was complaining that I don't like plumbing. Now, the thing about plumbing is you always seem to have to do it laying on your back, upside down, with your nose generally pressed against something that smells. And it's much better to do your plumbing if you can do it standing up at a bench. Makes life a lot easier. So I've measured up, I know what I need. I need a bit of pipe with an angle in it. Now, if I was really good, I'd have some plumber's rolls and I would put a bend in the pipe, but I ain't really good, so I'm going to cheat and I'm going to use an elbow. That's a very simple pipe cutter. I like using these. It saves me squashing the pipe when I put it in a vise. It saves me truing up the end. If I cut it with a hacksaw, I'd almost certainly have to true the end up. But what we do, we unwind that, we wind it up again, wind it up tight, run it round, tighten it up, run it round, tighten it up again, and we keep going. Never realised how long this took until you film it. Never seems to take this long. That's it. Fantastic. Two ends, both dead square. Now, the pipe itself, I'm using some recycled pipe. Not because I'm mean, I can afford to buy a piece, but it just seems to me silly to throw away things that work fine. Now the idea is I'm going to glue that like that. And the glue I'm going to use is lead-free potable solder. You buy it on a roll. I've always got some of this kicking about. You can use this on domestic drinking water. You don't need this for radiators because I ain't going to drink out of the radiators, but it's what I've got. It works fine. You do need, first of all, to flux the joint. Now, little word about flux. It is an irritant. You don't want to use it as face cream unless you intend soldering something to your face. And to get a decent joint you do need very clean material. Now there's several ways of cleaning it. What I normally do, piece of wet and dry. Not only does that clean it, but it also puts some little grooves in it which the solder will flow into, and it will give me a very good joint. Now of course the other deep joy about this is I'm not worried about getting the angles right or anything like that. I'm going to have to cut it down to fit the job, but this is just a preparatory part of the job. Now this normally ends up going a little bit funny on me. Funny as in comical, because normally when I do it like this, around about the time that I need it least, everything gets hot and runny and the pipe does that. But there we are, that should do what I want. I've had the gas indoors overnight because cold gas doesn't like burning. Right, you'll notice that I've got no shavings or sawdust on the bench because this will be a very quick way to burn the shed down. Right, cigarette lighter, gas. Just let the flame sort itself out for a moment. And then what we're going to do, we're going to start warming the joint. And I mean warm. You know, I think that's got it. Now the other comical thing that I always do is I forget that that's hot and I pick it up with my bare fingers. I ought to do that just for the laugh because it would make you lot laugh, I know. But there we are. Right, one old sock. I'm going to go outside and quench that in a bucket of water. And yeah, not the neatest joint in the world, but I'm a great believer in too much solder is better than not enough. And that will have penetrated into the joint and that will be beautifully watertight. Honest.